for today's tarot reading, I was going to do earth signs today, but there's some lyrics that are going through my head all morning. It's been driving me crazy. Also last night, Never Too Late by 3 Days Grace. There's some lyrics in there. It's never too late. Not too late, never too late. I feel like I had to do a collective reading today because I'm not so sure that this applies to only the earth signs. And I'm curious if you're going to let me know in the comments if you're an earth sign or not. I'm curious to see, how many earth signs is it in comparison to others. So I know my channel is very small right now, so I might not get a whole lot, if any, but I really appreciate that. I wonder. I'm very, very curious, guys. Now, I'm going to use the Black Cat Tarot deck because I want to, if there's some really serious feelings going on and feeling like it is too late for things, it's really not, okay? And I wanted to use a really lighthearted, fun deck. The way they portrayed the Fool and the World card in this deck is really neat. One thing, they use white cats instead of black, but it's very cool. I'm curious if those come up. It would be very cool if they come up. Anyways, let's see. What else did I want to say? Please like, share, and subscribe. Really appreciate that. So let's see what comes up for the collective here. Check out that song. I know there's a couple of lyrics in there and a little bit darker, but to look on the positive side of those lyrics to help motivate you. There might need to be some shadow work. I don't know, but let's see here. There was something else I wanted to say. I can't remember what it was. All right, what does the collective need to know? I remember now. I wanted to have the red candle here for root chakra work, okay? It might be something that you need to be doing, collective. So let's see what tarot cards come up for us. Nothing seems to really be coming out, so I might. There's one. Okay, so the Seven of Cups, and it's a very confusing time. You do have options, okay, and I would encourage you to look at the more positive ones rather than the ones that are going to be possibly difficult to maneuver, difficult to achieve, difficult to obtain. Maybe the ones that aren't going to do you any good, okay? So it's kind of like having the Death card energy involved here, where you aren't going to, you've got to let something go in order to get better or to make things better. We have the Four of Wands here, and this is a celebration kind of card, okay? So in order to get that success, some kind of choice needs to be made here, and a more positive one, so that you can get a true celebratory state happening. This particular card, it's portrayed here as having these 4 cats that are joining together in that celebration around sort of like a campfire in the forest, right? We do have our 4 wands, and it's, instead of having them upright and creating a canopy, it's sort of like it's creating a safe space almost, right? Like if you're going to make some kind of protective circle, right? So there are some rituals that sometimes people do with things like that, and imagining the white light, but they're around like a campfire, and the fire is like bringing out that fire again, okay? All right, let's see what else we got here. We've got here, I was going to say the Hermit, it's not the Hermit. I do have to think about which cards they are with this deck sometimes. It's not always that clear. Let's see here, we've got the Hierophant. The Hierophant in this particular card is in reverse. We'll talk about that in a second. I'm going to put it up in the upright here to start out, and it looks like he is actually feeding cheese to mice, and cats are going to bring the mice on for a meal. Of course, and I don't want you to focus on that so much. It's what that is representing to me in the moment right now, okay? The Hierophant is a way of looking at life lessons. He is a teacher, and it's almost like he is trying to entice the mice to come, whether the mice is, the collective here needing to come forth for those lessons or to come forth for some kind of healing. it could be about that, or you could be looking at this as, since it's in reverse here, not having that strength right now in order to be receiving those lessons or to be on that right track for your life path. Okay, so let's see what this other card is here. For this one, we have the Ten of Cups. Okay, so for some of you, this could be a love reading. It doesn't have to be that. It's more of the coming together, having the ultimate emotional fulfillment. Okay, so whatever this all is entailing for you, this is having to do with your ultimate happiness. Okay, I do have my Whispers of Love deck here that I'm going to be going into at the end, because if it has to do with a relationship or if it has to do with self-love, it's going to come up, and it's going to be different for everybody. So I will be pulling a few different cards here out of that deck. But let's see what else happens here. So I don't know if a little bit more about the future or advice for you to take. Let's see here. Okay, we have the Devil. We've got the Hermit. Okay, and we have the, oh my gosh, we have the Judgment card. All right, so in order here it is. And we put these two cards sort of together. Oh, I think we're getting out of view here. In order to be getting into this celebratory state and our emotional fulfillment here, you got to deal with something from your past, something that you have to cope with. So we've got the Hermit here, and the Hermit is going to be needed here in terms of your solitude, taking a step back, and if you have to meditate or do some positive things for yourself, sort of taking yourself away from the bad things that have happened to you. It doesn't mean that you don't deal with them, but for a time you're going to need to deal with them through your solitude and thinking things through. Okay, it doesn't mean that you're putting it aside forever or putting it aside in a way that you don't deal with it, because yes, you do need to deal with it. And if you work on your root chakra, this would help you to actually get there. Now, I want you to notice here that with this Hermit card, this is very interesting, because I find that he's moving really quickly in this particular deck rather than slowing down. So in a way, I think you're being urged to actually take the action, get to it quickly, get to it sooner than later, okay? That's how you're going to be able to release the chains that are binding you to this situation, or to be in this state of feeling like it's too late. It's not too late. It's never too late, okay? So there we go for that. And then we have, that's how we're going to end up in this transformative state here. Again, interesting that this card has come up with the Devil, because the Devil, we're usually bound in a regular deck, we're bound to the enticement of the devil, or the negative energies that come from the devil. With the Judgment card, they're being shown as being bound with chains. So it's very interesting. Right now you're feeling like there's this place of like you're in this desert and there's no light at the end of the tunnel kind of thing, but the Judgment card is a card of transformation, so you can change that, really get that root chakra developed here. I'm going to get a last couple of cards here before we get to the Whispers of Love deck, okay? I'm really surprised that the Fool and the World card are not coming out right now. Really, really surprised. Okay, got the Magician in reverse. So currently you're not in a state of being able to use any skills that you do have. We all have the ability to take that step back and to take action, doing it now, quickly. You do have that option, okay? So here we go, and we've got the Five of Swords. This is where you're at right now, and you need to be dealing with that, okay? Get into that state of being able to take care of that. Okay, I'm curious what's on the bottom of the deck here. The bottom of the deck, we've got the Five of Pentacles. So yeah, that is extremely important to note, okay? Being in that state of lack. You have the ability to get through all this, okay? So let's take a look at Love Whispers, or Whispers of Love, sorry. I'm going to take a few cards here, because obviously with a collective reading, even a collective in one zodiac alone, it's going to show a little bit like, you know, there's so many people involved in those collectives that you can't pinpoint it as one card being for every single person. So we're going to find what resonates for a few people at least. Oh, I almost burnt my card, and there's some wax on there now. We're going to have to do that differently next. Okay, oops. Okay, so what we've got here is true love. This love is once in a lifetime. Okay, so really taking that step back and realizing that this is either something that you need to work on in a current relationship, or it's something that is coming that you're going to miss out on if you're not going to take this action to try and fix things. Just getting the wax off this. I'm surprised that didn't go aflame. It would not have been something to catch. Okay, so this card here, be supportive, make a genuine effort to show you care. So yeah, maybe if you're blocking things out for another person, give them a cold shoulder, because maybe they need you, and maybe that is what's causing all of this, because they're pulling away possibly. So if you get into that meditative state or taking a step back, to figure out what would be the best way to do this with this person. And then we've got, but the speed of that particular card portrayal is like, get on it now because time's running out, right? It's never too late, but is it never too late for fixing? Is it never too late for those of you who aren't in that particular situation to actually be moving forward? Here we've got the miracles and blessings. Everything has its gift. So that's another thing you can be with this Hermit card, is to reflect on the silver lining of certain things. All right, collective, that's your tarot reading for today. I hope you're doing well, or will be soon, by taking some positive actions for yourself. And I look forward to doing more tarot readings for you. Please like, share, and subscribe. And let me know, what sign are you? You don't have to be specific. You can just do the element, whatever, but because I was originally going to do just the earth signs today, and I'm thinking that everybody could probably benefit from this. Okay, so I'll see you next time. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.